I was driving to work. I was driving to school, so I was teaching at Monte Vista, and I typically would have the radio turn to a news channel, NPR. And as I was driving in, I was relatively close to school. They said, kind of breaking news bulletin that they had got news that a small plane had flown into one of the Twin Towers. And that's the first information that this station had, that was that a small plane had flown in. And then I typically got to school relatively early, and so I told a couple of my colleagues that I'd heard that, and then it turned out that it wasn't a small plane, that it was a large plane. And that kind of, the first plane struck the first tower before anybody, before students got to school, and then the second plane, and then the collapse of the two towers, that happened kind of through the morning. And so that was, it was very frightening. Students were frightened. Some teachers kind of stopped to have the computer on and to see what was happening throughout the day. But it was very, very scary. I had at that point my boys were just babies, so just a time when we kind of felt vulnerable, and because there wasn't a whole lot of information about how it happened, or who was behind it, or anything like that the first couple of days.